Then next, the father tantras arising from skillful methods, the mother tantras arising from wisdom, are one as the co-emergent of the third empowerment. This is the part of the essential point, you see. All this saying is Tablet Jungwen, Pajuda, Shadala Jungwa, Majuni, Wansum Hinchi, Jebarjin, native part of Telazos. I think the translation is quite good. Here, father, mother means skillful means and wisdom, you see. As you know, all the wisdom we call mother, mother tantra or mother wisdom, Panjara Paramita. This because our mother gives birth a child. So this, when you realize this, it gives birth of the Buddha, the wisdom. In the Shantideva's text mentioned, when the full shamatha and the incisive wisdom when they synchronize all our mental afflictions are fully exhausted, no place to go. So here, Father Tanda means all the wisdom, all the, we should say, compassions, accumulation of the methods, merits, wisdom, the wisdom related to the method. Like say, if you relate to the 6 parameters, practice of generosity, moral ethics, and patience, perseverance, meditative concentrations, these are all called methods. We're making such a kind of environment. So abandoned, all this becomes so rich, powerful, but without wisdom, they will not help us to free from samsara. Even though these 5 practices, 5 parameters, will make such samsara such a powerful, rich, peaceful place, but cannot achieve beyond samsara. But when we have wisdom, special incisive wisdom, awareness, then realizing all these 5 parameters, they are within the wisdom. They are not beyond the wisdom. Their nature is emptiness. And when this combined together, then we achieved enlightenment. This is related to the life in the Vajrayana. The third empowerment is called wisdom empowerment. Means, say, first you say, the first empowerment is called the vase empowerment. Second is called the secret empowerment, you know. That various empowerment helps to manifest into the Buddha's body. And then the secret empowerment helps mind to bring in the right place. All the mental activities, gross thoughts, settle down in the shamatha. And the third empowerment, the wisdom, gives you to see precisely, directly, that nature itself is nothing but empty. No. So you have to have something to realize that nature is emptiness. If you don't have the mind, you have no way to realize emptiness. So you have to realize emptiness because of your mind. See? Then you see, oh, there's nothing exists outside the mind, and that itself is nothing but empty. So it's a combination of many causes and conditions brings together. No, then you realize that nature. So it's in Milarepa, you see, rising from wisdom. So we need method. The Father Tantra is called. We need wisdom, it's called Mother Tantra. So wisdom and method, they're together. Then when they're co-emergent, when they're synchronized, you realize both are nothing but state of wisdom of emptiness. See? So that's how you purify, basically how to purify all dualistic, diluted mind. Our mind is so diluted within the illusion, within the delusion. So to transcend that, to see that nature as it is, we need this kind of uncontrived wisdom, unfabricated wisdom. Then that will help us to free from samsara. But if we try to make Vajrayana where it makes more delusion, it's very unfortunate. There's some people do in the other world, using Vajrayana, as a method of delusion, make more mess and suffering, more confusion. Then you see that the organization, they have so much problems, you see. All the problems come from the mental delusion, lack of the wisdom, lack of compassion. It's all self-oriented. So we have to have such kind of way how to purify all our mental afflictions through this wisdom and method. Make sense? This is a very important point. Even in the Buddhist communities, there are some problems. They said that there's organizations, that problem, this, they know, because our mental afflictions are so kind of forceful, And as I mentioned, we are so habituated within that. The habits are just like real. To purify that is something like unprecedented. So we need such a great teacher who can explain this step by step. And then students need a nerve, ability to follow, and then get such a great benefit, unimaginable benefit they can get. See? So that's Dharma practice is about. You see? And next, so the next is unchanging Dhammakaya for one's own benefit and unceasing form kayas for the benefits of others. They are inseparable, being in one in the intrinsic state. This is the part of the three kayas. Now they are coming with this. We follow the step by step, you see. As earlier practice mentioned, the view on the part of the view, inseparable nature of the sentient beings, and in other words, inseparable nature of the samsara and nirvana. And then the meditation, inseparable of the meditation of the parto, inseparable nature of the conduct, and the illusory nature, parto, essential parto, and then the other one parto, you see. The impure skanda and pure Buddha in the same nature, in the one nature of the within, in the non-conceptual state of the completion stage. Now through these practices, we purify all the gross and subtle obscurations step by step. And you realize the Dharmakaya. When you realize the Dharmakaya, that means you purify all the obscurations and achieved all the excellent qualities of Buddha. Then what that you benefit means you are free from all the suffering. That's what's called perfected benefit for oneself. The perfection benefit of oneself. See, from there to benefit others. If you go around and say Dhammakaya, Dhammakaya, people have no idea what Dhammakaya is about. Because we're in the duality state. I like this, I don't like this and that, all this. We're in the dualistic state. So that in that form, we need form kaya. Kaya means form body. So there's two. That's why I said there are two, The form kayas of the benefit of others. There's two form kayas. Sambhoga kaya, nirmana kaya. See, Sambhoga kaya in Tibetan, longju zopa. It's called the perfection of all the enjoyment. Means that's Buddha's body expresses all the excellent Buddha's qualities. Since we cannot see the Dhammakaya, so we don't see Buddha's quality. But you can see Buddha's quality, the perfect Buddha's quality you can see from the Sambhogakaya. So the Sambhogakayas we ordinarily cannot see. Only great Bodhisattvas who are in the bhumis, the bhumis, the level of the achievement, especially above the 8th bhumi, 8, 9, 10 bhumi, they can see the Sambhogakaya Buddha. So that Sambhogakaya Buddha inspired them, these great Bodhisattvas, to achieve Buddhahood. So from that body, the form body, it's very subtle. It's like he said, it's like the reflection in the mirror, or like moon's reflection in the lake, or like a rainbow. It's very precise, clear, but there's no kind of called that we can touch, hold on, insubstantial body. Great Bodhisattvas have that kind of ability to see. Now for us, ordinary people in the samsara, in the world, we can see the Buddha Nirmanakaya, Drubeku. Nirmanakaya also has many different Nirmanakaya. The Nirmanakaya that our historical Buddha, Shakyamuni, who came on this planet 2,500 or 600 years ago and taught all these Dharma teachings. All the people who have good enough fortune, they could see the Buddha, receive all the teachings, recorded all the teachings we have now. So Buddha taught this. Then there's called Nirmanakaya, called different, Buddha manifests different Nirmanakaya. The artistic art is called Zoituku. The Nirmanakaya of the artisan. Buddha manifests different people, like a musician, like a smith. And then there are some Buddha manifests also in the different, like in the breach, animals, ordinary beings. It looks very ordinary, but Buddha's manifestation, they benefit these individuals. So this saying, the unceasing form, you see, since Buddha's Dhammakaya is pervasive or pervading, that Dhammakaya has no difference of samsara and nirvana. All in the unfabricated, free from elaboration, uncompounded. Nothing but total peace. Within that, without separating from that, then Buddha manifests these two forms, Sambhogakaya, Nirmanakaya. See, there's no separation. See? And Buddha benefits sentient beings unceasingly until the end of samsara. Having said that, we should understand it's interdependent. It's not just one. It's not just Buddha alone is not enough. When we need a moon's reflection in the lake, we need there's a moon in the sky, but we also need a lake on the ground. Without a lake, there's no place to reflect the moon. So we need also our own site, all the good conditions to receive the Buddha's blessing, teachings. So it's interdependent. You know, because Buddha's wisdom, Buddha's compassion is always there. It's pervading. There's no limit. But it makes a limit from our side. If we make enough effort, Buddha's blessings is there. So we should understand this interdependent. That's why in the Jewel Ornament of Liberation, chapter 20, Buddhahood, that explained about that. You see, read this. And also many other texts mentioned. And then you see Uttara Tantra texts also mentioned this. So reflect on this. This all relate to the Buddha's teaching. So Dharma practice, we can do all the way. No. There's always chance. There's always opportunity. We just continue our study, practice Dharma. Just take refuge in the Buddha and practice the bodhicitta. See. Well, during the daytime, if you have a lot of other practices, of course, wonderful, carry on. And this said, take refuge in the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, and reflect on the bodhicitta. See, now, day after day, at the time of death, if we have that kind of conditions, we will make a difference. No. As mentioned, it's not being a Buddhist, but it's a way, method that what we can do. Like say, for example, you know, this high tech, when you follow the Apple, so they will tell you how to relate to the Apple system. You need this. When you have the iPhone, you know, all this, you know, all this, and iPad, all this Apple, you know, and it's way how it works. Make sense? So relate to these things. And so then you practice joyfully. Otherwise, sometimes when we don't know enough, you know, it's like a brainwashing, you know. It's brainwashed, you know, and then it's a cult member, you know. We're following a special cult for, you know, or brainwashing, you know. This is absolutely different, you know. Just understanding the reality nature. What it makes the suffering, what it brings to peace and happiness, how to work with it. See, and it's not just a Buddhist way, it's the universal way. So Buddha taught the teaching in a universal way. Oh. But then sometimes we say, this is what Buddhists believe. So other day I mentioned, practitioner and professor, the two different, you see. The university professor, when they teach Buddhism, then they will teach you Buddhism. This is what the Buddhists believe, Buddhists believe karma. Buddhists believe rebirth. Buddhists believe emptiness. Interdependent. So this is how Buddhists believe interdependent. You see, something Buddhism, you see. But a Dharma practitioner is not that way. It's how to follow the right path. That's what this called Buddha, they call it right-fold path. It's not ism. It's the following the cause, conditions. When you, in the forest, when you go, there's no gas or electricity. You collect fuel, kindles, woods. So you have to bring together collect all those kindles, woods, and then you make fire. It's not just someone's way. Everybody has to do that way, you see. So this is how Dharma practitioner, how to work with your mind. Make your mind more feasible, more workable, more flexible. Because we have constructed the samsara for a long time. Now to deconstruct the samsara is very painful, So this is my habit. I like this way, I don't want to change that, But then there's no free from suffering, you see. So Dharma teachings are teaching us, giving us opportunity how to deconstruct the samsara. We built such a mansion in the samsara, that habits are so well established, difficult, But we need a sense, we need a sense of the wisdom and compassion, a skill. Through these, we can deconstruct the samsara and rebuild our enlightenment. Okay. Then last one, I said, the impure illusory body born from a mother's womb and the pure form of the deity are one in the luminosity of the Bardo. This is the Bardo of result. So now, we all are born from our mother. As earlier mentioned, in this you see, the impure 5 skandha and the pure 5 families, the victorious Buddha, one, All our body, that what we have now, is born from the mother. So mother gave us this body. Without Dharma teachings, this is called impure. As earlier mentioned, see, our body, this is the source of all the samsaric filth. And nature of suffering. All this is called the impure It's called impure body, the illusory nature. And deity, when you practice any deity yoga, most of you do like a Tara or Chandrasik or Vajrayogini. Any practices you do, not just above or in front, but yourself. When you manifest into that deity, Yidam, your body is inseparable of the appearance and emptiness. It's called pure body. No? See? Because there's no flesh, bone, skin. It's like a rainbow body. So it's a duality, you know. It's a dualistic state. One is impure, and as soon as when you manifest into the deity, your body is pure. That's why our deity practices are designed to transform this impure body into the pure body. So Buddha taught with this skillful, with the great compassion, with the wisdom, gave us all these different opportunities. And all the Dharma practitioners has a lot of opportunities, way how to practice, see. So if you practice enough, one day you can become the deity. You literally you can manifest into the deity. Right now, so this body, impure body, is so kind of like real, it's like a uncontrived. When you meditate into the deity, it's like a fabricated, contrived, We feel so artificial. But if we practice enough, then somehow this our ordinary body becomes fabricated, artificial. And your deity body becomes unfabricated. It's real, So that can happen. So when you do enough practice of absorption, deconstructing the samsara and rebuilding the nirvana, it's possible that can happen, But anyhow, are one in the luminosity of the Bardos. It means luminosity of the Bardos. That assumption during the Bardos teaching is called Bardos of the Dharmata, as it is. There are steps you take. Dissolving the four elements, you see, when individuals dying, the earth element dissolves into fire. The fire element dissolves into the water. The water element dissolves into the wind. The wind element dissolves into the space, step by step, you see. The dying person, the gradual death will experience this step by step. Like when you read your book and you feel sleepy, so you're sleepy, your head is going right or left like this, means your earth element is becoming strong. And then you producing your heat in the body. Your body becomes more warm. And then from the mouth, slavas are coming out. And then you are making special noise from the nose, you see. And then you totally go to sleep. You get a good nap, you see. So going to sleep like this, you see, dying person. But the dying person difference is they at the end leaves the consciousness. So during that time, there are called three different, experience. Nang chi top sum. Now, the white experience, the red experience, and darkness, near-death experience. Go through this step by step. Then after that, darkness, after passing darkness, then the individual will have it's called luminous experience. It's totally like a space. No boundaries. Great practitioners can recognize that. We ordinarily like going to sleep. When you go to sleep, finish, you sleep. No idea. If you go to sleep like 5 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, whatever, during that time, maybe you are dreaming, otherwise nothing. And then in the morning you wake up. But there's call. Now, when you go to sleep, as I mentioned, after now, your slava and your head is going around, and you say, so that's it. They take it's called deep sleep, very deep sleep. In the deep sleep, there's no dream, no dreaming, totally. And you get the best rest that time. Because the sleeping, was one of the best rest is because of that. And after that, you wake up. So like the dying person will go to that, and like the deep sleep, there's called luminosity. Everybody will experience that skull. That's the one that we have to realize. The 6 yogas Narupa practice is so famous and so profound because of this, you see. The practitioner gets such opportunity to realize this. That's called the result, luminosity. When you realize it, then that's the result. You achieve Dharmakaya. See? This is the part of result. So as Buddha realized that, ordinary people, even without realization, will experience that. That's what we call Buddha nature. Now, sentient beings, Buddha nature and Buddhahood is no difference. It's also because of that. So this roughly we have completed. It's very profound as I mentioned. Is it? For me, it's very profound, difficult to explain.
Very profound.
Now you are prepared to practice them?
I'm hoping that POA practice will help me realize that at the time.
Yes, in the 6 Bardo, in the 6 yogas Narupa, there is a POA, Yes, you can do POA there too.
That's the 6th Bardo?
No, in the POA, in the not 6 Bardo,
Bardos, yeah.
6 Dharma.
Yes.
Yeah. So see how Dharma is so rich, so profound, has the total method to transform this very samsara into the enlightened nature. You see, that's the technology what we need, you see. These are really great technologies that exist for hundreds and thousands of years. Still we have, you know. Any questions you have?
Dear Lama, did you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Yes, okay. I have two questions.
Okay.
One about this. One of them is about this text, and one about another theme.
Okay.
Okay, the part is about this text.
Here, this is text here.
Yes. You told that we take a refuge in a Dharmakaya Buddha, not in the Nirmanakaya and Sambhavakaya.
Okay.
And the question is, what is it to take a refuge in a Lama? And yes, just this. What is it to take a refuge in the Lama?
Lama, as I mentioned, you need a very authentic Lama, very good guru. Then that guru represents Buddha Dhamma Sangha because the ability that guru has. Because the guru can show you what Buddha is about, what Dhamma is about, what the Sangha is about, you know, and how to follow the path.
So Lama is Dharma, Lama is Dharmakaya, and
Yes.
Lama is
Sangha.
Sangha.
Yes.
Okay, but you told that we don't take your refuge in the Nirmanakaya, Sambhavakaya. Lama is not Nirmanakaya. I can?
Yeah, first you take, yes, good. These all steps. First you go to kindergarten, preschool, elementary school, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
And the next one, you know, one my friend from our Karma Kagya Sangha now is very ill. He can't breathe because of the virus. In 2 weeks he is in the reanimation, and his heart is near to stop. He's fighting with his death.
Oh.
Maybe you can pray for him. I don't know. Is it possible? I will show you his image. It's
Yes,
called,
yes. Yes, I can see.
Yes.
So, yeah, you can advise him to take refuge in the Buddha and keep the bodhicitta in his heart.
You know, it's impossible to communicate with him because he's in the coma.
Oh.
Yes, last week, and we are praying. He's a Buddhist. He's make 1 million of money per home. He's very nice, my friend.
Wonderful. That's very good.
Maybe I can send you his image and name if you can do something.
Yeah, I can say prayers from here. No need to send image.
Okay. He's Denis Filimonov, his name. I don't know.
Okay, Denis Filimonov. Okay.
Filimonov, yes, Denis.
Okay. Yes. I will say prayers, okay?
Okay, thank you.
I need to unmute somebody.
Yes, Tina, what? Oh, here,
Yes.
there, little. Stina, what you have?
No. Oh, no question. I'm going to read the dedication prayer.
Oh, you are going to the dedication.
Yes.
Yes, there's another one, yes.
Please, Rinpoche, this is not entirely clear, but the question is bodhicitta the path to understanding emptiness or the path to experiencing luminosity? Is it possible to just have a little insight into that, please?
Bodhicitta. What is you doing?
I'm trying to unmute her.
Yeah, you just.
All right, that's what they asked. Okay, I'm moving on.
You know, do you, what kind of book you are reading? Do you have any books?
Different ones, but is there anyone that Rinpoche would suggest, please?
Yes, as you mentioned, there are so many different books, so I don't know a lot of the names here. What I know is the one book is Jewel Ornament of Liberation. That book is very concise, not so big, but there's a 21 chapter, and it's all focused on the bodhicitta. So that book is good to read. And then if you can, Bodhicharya Avatara by Shabideva. And it's a wonderful book, you know, how to cultivate bodhicitta, then through the mindfulness, vigilance, and how to keep, you know. So that's a good book. Then in there also is a emptiness. Emptiness, as a roughly I mentioned, you know, it's not being just mere empty, you know. All these things, phenomena, their functions within the many causes and conditions. Having said that, these causes and conditions, they don't exist independently, you know, so that the nature is, they manifest within from the emptiness, depend on the cause and conditions, and they dissolve into emptiness, you know. Let's just say, just to get to some glimpse understanding, the cloud manifests from the sky, and the cloud dissolves into the sky. All the waves of the ocean, they manifest from the ocean, they dissolve into ocean, you know. So like this, everything's just play of the emptiness. So get that kind of some glimpse of the emptiness, you know. Yes, Stina.
Yes, Kenshin. This is just something that I came to think of. I was just thinking of Siddhartha Gautama. He was establishing Buddhism.
Yes.
But he was not the first Buddha, because there were 28 Buddhas before him.
Oh,
and I read the story of some Buddha Dipankara, and he was a Brahmin. So I was just thinking, is Hinduism involved in pre-Buddhist sort of history of the Buddhas?
Brahmin. Brahma is a caste, not a religion. It's a caste, you know. Brahmin, and then there's a king, the king system, Brahmin system. It's a caste system. So in that case, you see, it is not a religion. It's not a religion system. It's a caste system.
Yes,
Yes, but my question is more, Siddhartha Gautama, he reached enlightenment, so he became a Buddha.
Yes.
And then he established Buddhism.
Yes.
But you talk about universalism,
Yes.
like Buddha's theory, or we can say the Dharma is like
Yes.
universal.
Yes.
So my question is, Buddhism is like created from 2,500 years ago, but actually there were more Buddhas before. So when was Buddhism starting?
There's no beginning. Okay. There's no beginning. So it's, when just example, Buddha taught Buddhism or Buddha's teaching in India 2,500-600 years ago. Then after maybe about like 1,000 somewhere there, the Buddha's teaching in Buddhism in India was disappeared. When you go to India, you can see all the Buddhist ruins, the temples, statues, all ruins you can see, but you don't see any special monastery exist, So Buddhism went to other countries, you see, like, say in South, like say Thailand, Burma, Cambodia, then north to Tibet and east to China. And once also Buddhism went to Pakistan, Afghanistan, But then there, after some few hundred years or some 1,000 years, the Buddhism in Pakistan, in Afghanistan disappeared, And then Tibet stayed for a long time. But now we are not sure. The Buddhism is going everywhere, So it's all just time,
Yes, thank you.
Rinpoche, can I ask you something?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Kasser, yeah, Kasser, willing.
Thank you. when I'm studying the Dharma teachings, hearing or reading, sometimes I'm reading or starting teachings, like Caesar is reading and learning something, and I think I transform so strong the ego, the myself or the me. I don't know what is your advice to study Dharma teachings without thinking in myself, and Cesar Julian is reading a book, Dharma teachings, or to do not transform so strong the ego or myself, the me. I don't know. What is your advice to when I'm starting the teachings or listening? How can I listen it without transform so strong the idea from me, myself, or Caesar? I don't know.
So, yeah, when you practice the Dharma and you just do it according to the text, sadhana you are following, and do it without expectation. Okay? Don't expect anything except just do it accordingly, Like say, when you eat food, just eat it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't expect anything. Okay. That where it will help you to maintain your peace.
Okay. I'll do that. Thank you.
Okay.
Angela,
Yes.
we have a question. When we think about Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama, or when we practice medicine Buddha, for example, we ask them please don't go to Nirvana, renounce to Nirvana, and stay
Yes.
here with us. What
Yes.
is your point of view about this? They renounce to Nirvana.
Yeah. Their practice, yes, that's called seven lamp prayer, seven lamp prayer. So in the seven lamp prayer, we have the one of them is don't go to Nirvana. Please stay with us, This is a special technique. Through these seven branches, seven methods, we practice the Dharma. So please don't go to Nirvana means we are reflecting on the impermanence, So we're asking Buddha to stay with us. What that means is everything is impermanent, and one day Buddha will go also parinirvana, as Buddha Shakyamuni did, and as well many great teachers they did. They are born, they died, So in our dualistic state, we have to say these prayers to accumulate great merit. So that shows how devotion, our commitment is there with the Buddha's teachings, So it is very good to do that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, now please take a deep breath. Inhale fully and exhale. Just relax. And now just please reflect what we went today. First, review. And the second, meditation. Third, conduct. And then followed everything's like illusory nature. And then in the non-conceptual state, whether pure or not pure is one nature, means total in the meditative state, especially in the emptiness. Then all the next, all the methods and the wisdoms, they have to come together to realize the total non-existent nature of the self. See, this means, just as I mentioned, synchronize the full meditative state and wisdom awareness. They together gives us such a great opportunity. All these our mental afflictions exist nowhere. And then through these practices, we purify all our obscurations and manifest all the excellent qualities, and one achieves the Dharmakaya. And the Dharmakaya and the Sambhogakaya and the Nirmanakaya, their nature is same. Because Sambhogakaya and Nirmanakaya, they manifest from Dharmakaya without separation. But this is what inexpressible Buddha's qualities beyond our measurement. In Buddha's mind, Dharmakaya, Sambhogakaya, Nirmanakaya, no difference. It defined because the practitioner, the followers, depending on our level, we perceive these Buddha's manifestations. And then the last one, the part of the result. So we are born from mother's womb, and the Buddha's enlightened luminosity, they are in one nature at the total the death, dharmata, at the time of death. That is need to be realized, to call part of result. In that, then the part of the Buddha and ordinary people's part of, there's no difference. So these are the 5, the 6, the 8 part of teaching that Milarepa has given to Kabupa. So today we got a glimpse about these teachings. And there are more, of course, there's so much teachings there, explanations can give this. What I said according to our time and according to my ability. The more depth, it contains such a vast meaning. So just appreciate Buddha's wisdom, and how much we can study, practice Dharma teaching to free ourselves from the suffering, from the samsara. And just dedicate your rest of your life. Just go forward. Now there's nothing to hesitate, because we have hesitated for a long time, have not achieved anything. Now there's nothing to hesitate, just follow. Okay. Now please say some dedication prayers.
By this virtue, may I achieve omniscience. By defeating all enemies' confusion, may all who travel on the waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death cross the ocean of samsara. May every being ailing with disease be freed at once from every malady. May all the sickness that afflicts the living be instantly and permanently healed. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. I pray that the Lama may have good health. I pray that the Lama may have long life. I pray that your Dharma activities spread far and wide. I pray that I may not be separated from you. As Manjushri, the warrior, realized the ultimate state, and as did Samantabhadra, I will follow in their path and fully dedicate all merit for all sentient beings. By the blessing of the Buddha who attained the 3 kayas, by the blessing of the truth of the unchanging Dharma as such, by the blessing of the indivisible Sangha order, may the merit we share bear fruit. Thank you. By the virtues collected in the 3 times, by myself and all beings in samsara nirvana, and by the inner truth of virtue, may I and all sentient beings quickly attain unsurpassed, perfect, complete, precious enlightenment. May the teachings of the great Rigugpa Ratnashri, who is omniscient, Lord of the Dharma, Master of interdependence, continue and increase through study, practice, contemplation, and meditation until the end of samsara.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Kanshala.
Thank you. Take care.
Kenshin.
Thank you,
Yes.
Kenshin.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Kenshin.
Yes, Amadi, yes.
Thank you,
Good.
Rinpoche.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Kenshin.
Thank you, Kenshin.
Yes, Alexandra, I see. Yes.
Thank you, Kenshin.
Yes, please take care. Thank you,
Thank you.
everybody.
Happy Losar.
Yeah, happy Losar, everybody.
Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias. Que bueno. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Gracias por la, muchas
Yes,
gracias.
Julian. Yes, Julian. Bye. Goodbye. Yes. Just children. This is a falling down. Orange.
Thank you.
It's a from Orange County.
Thank you.
Yes, yes, Pauline.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, Alexander. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes, where's
Teacher
Pauline?
Dara.
What do you want to talk?
Pauline Dong.
Yes,
So I maybe next time we will try to
good. Yes, what next time? Yes, change your own. Yes,
Thank you, Guru, for your precious teachings. Thank you so much.
thank you. What's your time, dear?
Oh, it's about maybe one something in the morning.
Okay. Yeah, what is it? Yeah, Pauline, what is your next? What?
You talking about the next event?
Next event, I don't know. Yeah, somebody say Guru Yoga.
Oh, Guru Yoga.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
next time, Rinpoche, we would like to invite you to join the Vietnamese Zoom, so people
Sure.
you can the Vietnamese students and people can see you directly just for a very short time.
Yeah, we can do that. No problem.
That's
Thank
so
you, Ken.
wonderful.
Okay. Yes, Whitney Stewart.
Hello, thank you very much. It's so
Thank
nice to see
you. Thank you. Wonderful. Okay, everybody. Please, everybody, take care. Happy
Thank
Lunar New Year.
Yes, Losa Tashidele. Long life and good health to you.
Thank you. Good job, children. Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you, Kanchan.
Shala. Yes. Clara. Yes. I see Clara. Jojo on the children there. And Paul Palmer. And Cindy Chung, I see. And Damelia. And say, oh, this Mark Johnson from Vermont. Yeah. And Paul, Terry from Maine, Clara from San Diego, or from Chile anyway. Where's your sister, Marine?
Yes, she's in Denver.
Okay.
She's in Denver.
Okay.
And she also follows you.
Yeah, she does.
Follows you too. Yeah.
Okay. That's Raja.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye, Charlie.
Tashidalek.
Tashidele, Shalia.
Thank you, Paul.
Yes.
So good to see you. Thank you so much.
Very good to see you. I'm so happy to see you. Yes, really.
See you again.
Yes, of course, yes. And I saw Alexandra somewhere from Massachusetts. And I see here Raja, and Steve Morris, I see. Okay. No. Karen Jackson and Ella Mori and Naomi. And here's also Tia Harrison. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
JJ.
Yeah.
Some Mingma jail.
Yes. Sastra Dania.